All right, welcome to JCCR Racing, where, well, this is the GT7 World Series 2025 Exhibition 1 at Grand Valley Highway Showdown. We're going to get into some epic racing, and we're going to find out who will dominate. Can you actually get into the World Series with only 10 minutes of practice? So I'm going to be straight up with you all. I'm trying to go from zero to hero. So for the first exhibition race of the day that I'm going to be performing and undertaking, I am going in with how much experience? Well, I drove for about 3 laps, so I've got 3 laps of experience. Now I know the track, but I don't know the car at all. So the real question is can safe, smart driving with just a handful, maybe 2 handfuls of tips from the pros. Now I'm no pro, I'm a beginner trying to go all the way from zero to hero. So join in if that sounds right to you. If you want to get better with us, if you want to learn and grow as a community, you're at the right place. Subscribe, turn bell notifications on to not miss any of the wild driving, the epic battles on the track. And it's going to be special. This is going to be unique. Roughly 10 minutes of experience with this car. So can you actually jump into a new car and still have fun? Well, we're going to work on having fun. We're going to work at having some exciting racing, and maybe this is going to go extremely well and it'll be very surprising. Or maybe this is a do not try this at home moment and turns into a PSA, a public service announcement. Now let's see, we've already got Kraz KZ with, 54 points. He's been racing this pretty hard. We've got 0 points and no qualifying time because we've got no experience. We've got a Salty Lover down there in 12th, a John Moser. So looks like we're going to have some stiff competition, and we're racing the D class with a safety rating of S. Really want to hold on to that safety rating. Time to adjust the pedals. Make sure the steering wheel is working. Check out the equipment. It's like walking in the real world, walking around your car. And if you want to see some sports cars in the real world and trucks, cars get reviewed, check out Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. That's the real world version of this here, where we've got a Shelby GT350 2017 and other cars. '91 Toyota MR2 with a new engine. It's JDM, so right-hand drive. 2 Porsche 911s. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So just going to be using a handful of tricks, like going from the outside, braking before the corner, and braking into the corner. Woo. So that spin out, big spin out there from the first place driver, and that will happen if you add a little too much throttle in the corner. You got to be easy on the throttle and slowly throttle in, and the brakes on these are incredible, so requiring a lot of adjustment compared to the normal GR3 class that we drive, which in the real world is the GT3 class, my preferred class. So here, real easy on the throttle. Oh, and he just took off. Wow, that first place driver really came out of nowhere. Can't possibly be the one that spun out. And now we're in third, doing our little out lap here. It's nice, before the real race starts, we'll actually have 4 minutes of experience. So it's surprising. We're holding up with next to no experience at all. We know the track, we know where the bendies are going to be, we know the turns and the braking points, but it changes completely when you're in a completely different car. So yeah, I think you can still have a lot of fun trying new things, and I think that's a good general rule of life. Put your ego aside, because with ego comes the fear of being embarrassed. And accept that we're all on this planet to learn and grow. Gotta unpuff that chest once in a while, or often, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy those new activities, those new challenges. Oh, now we know that the gravel is a very slippery. Oh, we got one right on our right. The radar is really helping out. That's a nice beginner tip. Throw on the radar. No, we got the right line there, or a better line, and we've left them in the dust because of that. Getting the right line, going in slow so that we can come out early and fast is so important. You really want to cut diagonally through a corner, cover less track, end up further down the track and back on that accelerator so much earlier when you take a corner properly. Woo! 5 seconds faster first place. That is a huge difference. And I think that 129 is maybe 3 seconds off the world record. Oh, there you go. That's what happens when we add the throttle in the corner. You do not want to add too much throttle while you've got the steering wheel turned, because that's what will get you slide outs. Great to be driving manual, so important because it will save us at times, as we can just downshift when we're missing just a little, we're a little over speed. Oh, and he's defending the position. What a defense. What a defense that he put on. So everyone's faster than us. Can we survive having a turtle speed, but in driving smart, safe, and persevering through? No cry quitting, no rage quitting on our end. What can we pull off? So pulling off a 9th position there. But we were doing pretty well until we slid out. So all we had to do is pull off some smart, safe driving. Now don't tell me I was taking that like those were practice laps. Don't tell me that was the actual race. Now the 2025 Gran Turismo World Series is finishing off with the Gran Valley Highway. Watch as top drivers battle it out on the high-speed circuit, pushing their cars to the limit in an intense showdown. Who will come out on top in this thrilling race? Well, stay tuned for expert analysis. Well, really, a beginner going from zero to hero, but using tips that I've picked up from the pros, from the JCCR racing crew, which you can catch in the comments, the live comments during our lives, which usually take place starting at 9 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's GMT Time Zone 5, where we do epic overtakes and cover the best moments from the track. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 action. 1:38, Mare 1 minute and 38.674 seconds, Mare 1 minute and 38.674 seconds, a new record, 1 minute and 38.674 seconds. So that was actually okay. No, that was a little setup. Now we've got a proper 27 lap, thankfully. Tire gas is ×2, so that's like 27 laps ×2, and it's like over 100 laps for the tire wear, because the tire wear is on ×4. We're gonna have to take that into account. So the 2025 Gran Turismo World Series at Highway 1 is, well, it's the legendary Grand Valley Highway. This high-speed circuit demands precision, skill, and strategic driving as top racers push their limits in a battle for supremacy. Expect breathtaking overtakes, intense wheel-to-wheel action, and masterful racing techniques as competitors navigate the sweeping curves and long straights of this iconic track. Whether you're a seasoned GT7 player or just getting into sim racing like us, this race is going to be packed with valuable insights. Watch how top drivers handle braking zones, optimize racing lines, and manage tire wear to gain an edge. Learn the best overtaking strategies and defensive maneuvers that separate the pros from the rest. Yeah, we already got a little taste of that. If you're looking to improve your own lap times or just enjoy the thrill of high-level racing, this is a must-watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 action, tips, and in-depth race breakdowns. So let's get started. Oh, we're going to be racing with Coco again. Very cool. In the GR3, he's usually in a Mustang, pushing us around, but last night he drove really cleanly and it was really appreciated. Yes, let us flash our lights. Ram 33 up there in first. Poopy Schloopy in second. Kraz KC 33 in third. Those are going to be the ones to beat, but can we even get close to them with now roughly 14 minutes of experience with this car? Well, there's a name. Samzaraz. All black Coco right there, all black carbon fiber car. We went for the colorful mix of US flag on that Gran Turismo, I'd say. Great design. All right, let's get comfortable, try to fix the back in this chair. Get a little brake start, full braking, and then accelerating, so we just have to release the brake to take off. Oh, people coming through at insane speeds using other cars to brake. Oh, that's great. We got a penalty from being pushed into the wall. That's unpleasant. 2 seconds of total crud. So safe driving, can it get us a win? Well, we'll definitely, hopefully, finish higher than what we started in. And that would be a win. It would be a small victory. Got to take the small victories, work on small improvements, pick realistic goals in whatever task you're trying to achieve in life. We are starting with a ridiculous penalty that we picked up from being speared into another stratosphere, or the guardrail to be more precise. People think they're playing WWE wrestling or Warzone as they take on the character The Rock and spear us into another stratosphere. Now we got to keep an eye on that radar. Braking at the 100. Coast through here, downshift to make sure we're taking off. Got to be careful in first gear. It will spin like crazy. We already got a quitter, but we're in 9th. Not bad for the level, the little bit of experience that we have. So at the 200 was, oh, very risky. But it didn't pay off, but it certainly didn't pay out, but we certainly didn't lose anything. We got a full throttle through here in this car, which you never do with the GR3. Whole different driving style. Now we're in second. We could easily spin out if we're too hard on the throttle, so you got to ease into that throttle, or upshift into third, into a higher gear. We need to also pay attention to what gear is being suggested for the turn. So coming up, we should be in first. Oh, and we got a lot of traffic behind us. Woo! Got a good solid push there. Ooh, very, very close. Came within inches of a punt. Got to avoid those punts if you want to stay in a good, fun, safe class to drive in. Try to straighten out the track, meaning cut diagonals through these bendies. Dropping the times, that's good. A little experience gain. Ever so light on the throttle there to catch up to the speed we should have been going through at. A little corrective driving. Oh, don't unghost, don't unghost. Used engine braking. We did get a punt, so that pushed us further down the track than we really wanted to be. Better to take off in second there to avoid a complete spin out. Now we don't want to be driving where it's just either 100% braking or 100% acceleration. Got a throttle, light acceleration here. Safe driving has won us a position. We are now in 8th and hopefully we'll continue to climb. We certainly have the time to do so. Lots of laps left to this race. Can we get into a pole position? Well, we'll need to gain some knowledge and experience on the track. So let's try new braking points here just before the 200. Use some engine braking, coast through here, and get on the acceleration now. Take off in second, even though they suggested first, and you can see the car in front probably stayed in first and slid out the back end because of that. Not sure why the game is ghosting out that car in front of us in all the corners, where I'm sure we will get speared into another stratosphere if we let the car behind us get anywhere close to us. At least that has been our experience prior to the update. We'll see what the new update is. The ghosting still kind of wild and unpredictable. One test last night says yes. A little wide here. We need to get closer into the apex, but not that close. That is definitely too close to the apex. And these elevated curbs will spin you if you get too close. So we're chasing now Nightmare 62. Ideally here we'd be close enough to have another vehicle break the win for us, and that is not a fart joke. That's all about a little excessive braking there. So we know next lap, maybe that's somewhere we can pass in the corner your Nightmare 62. At the 300. Take off in second to avoid, remove some tire slippage. And there, that's the problem when you stay in the gear that the game has suggested that you take the corner. The ideal speed or gear to take that corner, if you take off in it, you will every so often lose control and lose time. Ooh, it's close. It is close, folks. Your Nightmare is my nightmare. Now we learned from the last track. Last lap, not to hug that curb. Just like the GR3 class cars. Try to use the full track create the least amount of resistance by turning those front wheels. And those are some simple tips that you can use to get faster lap times. Look, we keep dropping our lap time just by using simple tips from the pros. Eighth position, not so bad considering our qualifying lap would have put us in 16th. Oh, big mistake there. Experimental braking, not the time to do it when we're in the competitive play. We'll just have to have another epic takeover on 8th, your nightmare. Oh, not with that driving, folks. Gotta get back into driving safe and smart. Let's close the gap with 8th in front of us with some safe, smart driving with just a handful of tips that you can use to increase your or decrease your lap times. Accidents, slippage, all increase your lap times. But safe, smart driving with continual improvement will get us better lap times. We'll get seconds faster. Start off, I think, with what, a 139 originally. At the 300, getting the braking. Lost some time due to slippage. Always important to be in the right gear coming out. Go in the right gear, the suggested gear. So here we're gonna go in at first gear. But we're gonna come out light on second and then into hard once we're on the third gear. That was not the fast way around that turn. Big mistake performed right there. Get into the correct gear and either light on the throttle or upshift and hard on the throttle. So lots of throttle modulation if you're playing on controller. You do not want to just be setting up your throttle with the X button. You want to use the triggers up top so you can be light on the throttle, light on the brakes at other times. And we will pit next lap. Need to always keep in mind where our braking points are, where acceleration points coming out of corners are. Lost track there, so did some aggressive braking to make up for the fact that I missed my marker. At the 300 here, get it all the way down to first. Turn in, we got a car coming in behind us real fast. Got to be careful with the throttle when we've got the steering wheel turned. The back end of this will slide out. We've seen a lot of cars do it so far, and we don't want to be one of them again. At the 100, quick braking. Get into the, dropping into the suggested gear when you're going too fast will cause a slide and lose a quarter second there, maybe more. Started to feel the slide and upshifted to get out of trouble. Going for some fresh tires. Can we last out on medium hard? Let's try it. And we will take this refuel, try to avoid the next refuel, and avoid more new tires. Very slow refueling, so next time we won't add any fuel whatsoever. Now the car's going to drive very differently on the hard, so this lap's going to be an experimental lap. Let's take it just a little slower now that we've gone from soft to hard. Add the 300, get the braking in. So these racing hard tires, not bad at all. Certainly better than worn out soft tires. Try to use the whole track, get the right driving line by going into the turns at the correct speed, not too fast. Better to go in a little slower than a little too fast. Now let's see what kind of lap we can do with these racing hard tires. Felt the slide, so immediately shifted up. At the 300, we got our full braking in with engine braking, so we are driving manual. So 1.5 seconds fast, slower. We gotta find the right line, hunt the apex, get in on the apex here so we can be back on the throttle sooner. Get the apex, now we're back on the throttle. And if we do that, we are gonna start shaving some major time off every lap. Now that side is a little treacherous. Better to keep it on the paved asphalt. Missing the apex there, so definitely can go through there a lot faster with the right driving lane, but we gotta go in slow to come out fast. Slower is faster, folks. That's the mantra that I try to remind myself as a beginner driver, trying to go from zero to hero here at JCCR Racing. Now please do, it is absolutely free. Smash that like button and subscribe and to not miss out on any content. Exciting racing, guides, walkthroughs, car purchasing reviews. Turn on that bell notification and help us out. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're in the first 1,000 subscribers, you will be part of the JCCR Racing crew, the OG crew. And we've got a great racing crew here in the lives, often giving pro tips from pros. Very, very nice crew that we've got. Great people. You'll see, you'll make some great friends and learn a lot in the process. So drop a comment so we can get to know each other and start trading trade secrets. In 11th, can we climb back up into 7th or 8th? Well, let's find out. This one less pitting experience could really help us out as other people are throwing the soft tires back on. Yes, they can get faster laps, but they're also going to be pushing themselves and their cars to the limits, which will mean the occasional slide out and crash. And that's usually a 10-15 second loss. And hopefully our tire difference will be less than 10-15 seconds. And with one less pit, save about almost a minute in the pits. At the 300, get some intense braking in there. Feeling a little drift from the back end as we get into the throttle. So much fun going through that section. One of the best series of turns in the world. And one of the best views as well. I would love to be driving on this in the real world with any one of the cars that we've got on the channel. Maybe not the MR2. Who knows when that will blow a motor or transmission from its previous experience. And I've owned several Toyota MR2s. And that's been my experience for all of them. I've also owned Celicas. I've got a blown engine under my belt for a Toyota Celica. Expensive repairs on a V6 Camry engine. Well, expensive, just expensive sensors. So I believe we passed someone. We're now in 10th. Heard someone else's engine, didn't even see them. They must have spun out and been off track, pushing their car with those soft tires. Now I hope the World Series doesn't require 2 pits. If so, this plan will be fouled. That was close. First gear used to help turn into the corner. Did that little section quite incorrectly. And the car behind us is now in dust eating. Oh, and he went into the spear. We've got a Warzone WWE The Rock giving a spear into another stratosphere. Let's try not to lose our marbles and not have a schoolyard fight. But he has thrown our marbles on the ground. John Moser, what a takeout. Now our default settings for the ABS brakes should be on default. We're currently on weak, so we can have a chance of losing control under braking. If we do another World Series race, we will modify that. Traction controls on 2, counter steering on weak, and everything else is off. Off to the races we go, down the straight, beautiful Grand Valley Highway 1, and you're watching JCCR Racing. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and turn bell notifications on to not miss any epic racing battles, car reviews, guides, walkthroughs, and tips. I watch the pros, and I'll share their tips while you get to watch clown racing, because here we make mistakes. There are a lot of racing battles. People are not as friendly as in the A-League, that is for sure. Lots of clown battles. This is a mix of Mario Kart and Twisted Metal Racing with some sim racing. This isn't an arcade game, that's for sure. This driving requires talent and skill, knowledge and perfection, and hang on for the ride as we try to go from zero to hero. Usually every week we get a new race that we start with no experience on, and we do start off as a complete zero with very poor finishes, and normally by the end of the week we're on pole position. So join us, help us, learn, and help coach and teach others as well. join the JCCR racing crew. Just by subscribing and turning bell notifications on. In the first 1,000 subscribers, you are the original JCCR racing crew. It's a limited time offer, I guess you could say. Join now before it's too late to be an OG JCCR racing crew member. Now let's try to chase down ninth. Pushed us out of the way, spun us out. We want our position back, don't we? Oh, just pushing it there, driving it, accelerating towards the wall. At the 300, get some heavy braking in here. Put it in first just for the rotation of the car. Lightly take off in second, and when we want to pedal to the metal, we drop into third. Gotta hunt those apexes. We really missed the apex there. That big mistake performed. They're now telling me to let by faster drivers. First must be ripping through these laps. So the blue flag means if you've got someone coming up from behind you, it very well likely is going to be first place. Taking a little victory lap on the slower drivers. And over 27 laps, when you've got a field where you can have 5 or even 10-second difference between the fastest lap of first and the normal lap of, you know, the bottom eighth of the pack, or bottom 11th, sorry. So we're now in last, gonna be trying to go all the way from last to, well, let's climb higher. That's the goal here. Oh, he's in me. That was something odd. Hey, now we got someone that we can try to follow who will give us the perfect lines. A car that must be 5 to 7 seconds per lap faster than us. And he is cooking. But he's likely on soft tires, and so is likely the rest of the pack. So will our hard tire trick work out? Do we have enough fuel to make it happen? Let's find out. Stay tuned. Half a tank, we might have enough fuel. And we might just have enough tire. It's gonna start getting slippery near the end though. I'm not sure we've got the right strategy not having soft rubber on. Let's focus on dropping down these lap times. That way, if we do another race, World Series race, we're going to be in a better position to improve small victories, realistic goals. Right now, the goal, faster lap times, have these tires and fuel last, and maybe jump 4 or 5 positions from one less pitting. And of course, as always, chase the apex. We gotta hunt these apexes all day long to get faster and faster times. Go from the extreme outside to the apex, the inside. So consistency is going to be key. Now that we definitely know the car a whole lot better and are accustomed to the car and the track, we can get consistent laps, no accidents, no spinouts. Safe, smart driving could save it and get us a decent little position for the lack of experience. And we are running, I believe, in the C class, because we registered for this when we were in the C class. And once you're in a class, you do the whole World Series. Under the C class, we missed 2 races due to work and lack of desire from, well, work and lack of desire driving the Cappuccino car on the Michelin Raceway. This car starts to spin, upshift, and you will save your slide. Save your hiney too. So safe, smart driving has gotten us 1 position. Moving up from being in last, can we get somewhere in the middle of the pack? Let's find out. Stay tuned. In the meantime, please consider hitting that like button. YouTube does not charge you a surplus for hitting that like button, and it'll really help us out, and it'll be truly appreciated. At the 300, we got some braking as we get towards the apex. On the throttle too early, didn't have the right angle on the nose. And this isn't a car that I'm going to start trying to slide out the rear end to reposition the nose. Oh, and we've been pushed. We have been pushed. Your nightmare is back. Your nightmare, able to take positions, but not cleanly, it would appear. I want to see a clean takeover from him, or will the clean takeover come from us, the JCCR racing crew? Drop a comment. What do you think of that takeover? Was it clean? Or was it dirty? Ooh, a nice little upshift to save what could have been a very bad situation. His dirty racing cost him, though. Try to use the whole track here. Whole track use, cut diagonally across just about everything. Even these big, wide, high-speed turns, which the Ferrari is good at those medium and high-speed turns. It's a great high-speed car, the Ferrari 458 and the GR3 racing that we normally do here on the channel. And finally got a lot better. That was a lot cleaner. Not the best line, but a lot better. We are improving. And in life, taking on a new task, just focus on improving. Started to lose control, did a little upshifting there for the save. This car is harder to drive. It's more twitchy, caffeinated twitch to this than the GR3s. And that's why it's good to start off and build up. Start slow on for the cars and build up. Oh, and I can hear the competition behind me, but we got to make sure our nerves are steel so that we don't get our position stolen or give it up, really. So we're not going to drive dangerously, but we are not going to be giving him an inch of track. Must have gone off track because now he's disappeared. At the 100, brake towards the apex. Try to hold the apex without getting too close because that elevation, that's a drain. That's water drainage, and it will spin us out. Cut through here, get to the apex here, cut through again, apex to the outside, creating the least amount of resistance possible while still making the turn and not hitting a wall. Least amount of resistance means turning the steering wheel the necessary amount, but also the least amount possible. Ooh, that was good braking to, last minute braking to the apex. Ooh, got a little nervous as we picked up some gravel. Wide to the inside, wide to the inside again. Get to the apex and take off. Tires, ooh, gonna be tight, gonna be tight. Watch to find out, can our one less pit pay off? Hoping there's no 2 pit requirement with a 1 minute penalty as punishment. Very experimental, because we want to be able to pick up new tips, new tricks to help you improve your lap times, make more credits, collect the cars you dream of collecting. Because hey, let's face it, the real world has gotten too expensive in car collecting. And that's when they don't break, like the Toyota 1991 Toyota MR2 JDM right-hand drive Toyota that's on, I think it's 3rd, or definitely on its 3rd, possibly 4th motor. I had one, I think my buddy blew 2 motors, I blew one, so now we're on the recent one. Whew, I'm gonna need a race bag to pee into. Slight acceleration, then we can go all in with an upshift. Chase this apex. Ooh, gotta be careful, gotta get that upshift in. Yes, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, all very spinny gears. So I think we're going to be okay on fuel. Took my eyes off the prize, off the focus, and really slowed the driving down there. I love the live chat because people will write to me what's going on, give tips and tricks, because we got pro drivers often, semi-pro drivers, A-class drivers in the live chat. Brake into the apex here. So we're about to get lapped, blue flag up. So the goal is to not drive defensively, because that's someone that has a probably 5-6 second faster lap time than us. Someone who's got some practice and a whole lot of experience. A whole lot of experience is a whole lot of practice. Oh, it's 1st place. Coming back from his pit. So he had lapped us, then he pitted, likely. And now he's coming back. Then we got back ahead of him, no, but unlapped ourselves. Great job, Ram. You are flying today. Congratulations. Way to go, friend. Save a little gas. Let him cut the wind. Break the wind for us. And we can get some driving tips by following this quality driver. Trying to follow. Correction. Got to get these gear shifts down faster. Losing time because of that, as you can see. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, last minute braking. Don't want to be pulling that off. Just to avoid the wall. Very close. Important to go through the gear at a low enough gear to help get and maintain that driver line. Try to drive as straight as possible, diagonally cut all the turns, use engine braking and left foot braking to get extra braking out of the vehicle. Brake all the way to the apex, and once we're at the half point of the apex, usually, except not quite that turn, usually it means we can let go, and we can start accelerating. Slowly get into the pedal. Ooh, saved what could have been a bad accident there. With an upshift again. It's all about how early, coming out of the corner, can you get back on the throttle. And that boils down to how well did you get the race line. Needed to go in slow to come out fast. Let's try to hold on to this 10th in the process of battling for it. Oh, and we've been pushed. We have been badly pushed. Young, your nightmare is my nightmare. Every time he seems to pass, he feels it necessary to knock us off the track. We've lost a good 10 seconds there. Your nightmare, please drive a little more like you own the car, because in the real world you would have taken yourself out of the race. All your downforce equipment, your lips would have been destroyed. Probably your tire too, based on the speed we were going. So a little shaken up from that experience. So first for the rotation, first gear, going through that corner really helped with the rotation of the nose. So always good to be in the suggested gear, generally, not always, but almost always. Good rule of thumb. But you don't want to be accelerating in that, because that will be too often the result. So first, but we then want to accelerate in second. So tires a little more worn from the spin out. The two spin outs we caused ourselves and getting knocked off the track. I was in a good groove and it threw me off a little, honestly. It shook me. But he's up there. We gotta hunt him down. Try to get him. There we go. That's a better line. That's the line we need to take. So we definitely didn't finish last, but not the position we wanted to get. But with no experience, I'm going to consider that a very small win. And in life, when you're trying to accomplish something, set up yourself some small attainable goals along the way. You can have tens, even hundreds of small attainable goals as you work towards your big major dream or major goal. That way, if you fail one of your mini attainable goals, it'll feel very attainable to just try again and get it right. So penalties, Ram 33. Got a 2 up there for the penalty. Salty Lover in second. Got a 2 for the penalty. We got a 2 for the penalty off the top, which was a really weird penalty to pick up. Lap 1, we got speared off the track into the guardrails and instantly got a 2-second penalty for being speared when our drive line was not that bad. We were just taking the line we could. We were surrounded by cars. So that was our first Grand Valley Highway Race 1 experience for the World Series Exhibition 1 Nations Cup Round 4. And Nightmare was a definite nightmare for us. Pushed us off the track a few times, every time he passed us. Otherwise, it would have been a fun back and forth. Epic back and forth, but also epic in how we got taken out. And for whatever reason, we don't have our channel kit on. So I don't know what goes on. Maybe that's just how it is when you're racing the Gran Turismo 7 World Series 2025. A few credits for that hour of work put in. Not bad, not bad. Driving marathon complete. And that was your race. Now let's check out the results. First, great job. Super fast. Safety rating went up. Our safety rating went up. We got a few points, it looks like. Got a few points. Not bad. Worth completing the race. Your Nightmare, I can't believe the safety rating didn't go down because he did push us off the track every time he passed us. So that is disappointing, Gran Turismo. Disappointing.
Your Mare 62 has left the room.
So, safe, somewhat safe. Tried to do some safe driving, just didn't have the experience to get it right. But it did have us avoid getting a last. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss any of the action here. And I wish you all more cars and more power, and hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.